What really makes us better people is our capacity to question the status quo to achieve positive change. If you are seeking to adopt new habits, to learn about a kind lifestyle, low-waste living, and speaking up for justice, you have come to the right place. Together, we will make the switch that will light up this world. I'm Morgan, and I'm happy to welcome you on this journey. Hello, beautiful souls out there. Welcome to this new episode. Please feel free to make yourself comfortable to listen to or to watch this episode. Just be like me. Put yourself in a cozy corner on a fat boy, whether it's your boyfriend or a big pillow that like this one. Just cover yourself with a cozy, comfortable blanket and surround yourself with some good vibes, with some candles, with some plants. And without further ado, let's get into the topic of today. I felt today like I needed to empty my luggage. This is an expression we use often in French. It's mostly used when you're kind of going through some issues with someone and you just want to put everything flat on the table. But today it's more I just felt I needed to go through my own emotions and the things I'm feeling so that I can have a better perspective and be able to just deal with it better by watching what's actually happening to me. So if you've read the title and just don't want people to think like I have depression, it's just this kind of phase that I have in winter and fall. Yeah, pretty much every year, and I tend to feel kind of moody, a bit depressed. I feel sad, I don't feel motivated, I feel lazy. I have just tons of thoughts going through my head, and it's just the period of the year where I'm feeling like this. And this year I kind of wanted to be fully transparent about it and just talk with you about it, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one to feel that way. And I think that sometimes when you actually just reveal the truth about yourself and the most vulnerable parts about yourself to people, it helps you as well to move forward. So there are definitely, as I've been able to take a step back, I've kind of come up with some ideas about what could be the causes, the different factors that contribute to making me feel that way. First, it definitely has to do with the season, this winter especially. Last year I would say I don't really have any recollection of last winter. I feel like it just got away pretty fast, and because I was working at that time last year until Christmas. And winter in this part of Germany, it's northwest Germany. It's not that cold. It has been colder at the beginning of the winter, and now it's more like just grayish and rainy and pretty warm, but rainy almost every day, to a point where it's like you might see the sun pop out maybe 1 to 2 times a month, like every 3 weeks. Like I'm not kidding. And I am a person who is really affected by weather. My personality, my temper my mood is really dependent on weather. And I know that I'm at my best and I'm the most positive and motivated and active when the sun is out and when there is warmth around me. And yes, so Mark and I are quite cautious about the money we spend. And so we only heat some rooms, but it's mostly the rooms where we are present. So if we are reading something in the living room, then we're going to heat the living room just on 2, but not higher than 2. Right now I'm in the kind of office room, and that's why I have right now I have some heating on. And as you see, I just made sure that I'm feeling warm, and that just helps me to be a bit more motivated and to deliver this episode in a very comfortable way. And otherwise the rest of the apartment is pretty cold. So it means once I'm in a room, I will just be kind of lazy, and I don't want to go to other rooms because I don't want to get cold. And so I might just leave the dishes unwashed, or not bother really hoovering anywhere, vacuuming anywhere, whether you're British or American. I would just tend to leave things standing and not really worry about it. And like I said, because of this season and because of different other factors, I just tend to have a lot of thoughts going through my mind. At this moment, I've been unemployed since end of October 2019, so it's been November, December. Yeah, it's been a bit over 4 months, almost 5 months. And I had really a variety of expectations about unemployment. And I just recall people always telling me, like my parents, for example, especially my mom, telling me always make sure you have a job and you're not unemployed, because unemployed people just get lazy and then it's hard to go back to work. And it just affects your whole life to a degree where you just become this blob that just doesn't do anything. And I felt like this would be a great opportunity for me to deal with a lot of things and to get things done, to go through the things I own and get rid of things, become more minimal in my way of living, being able to cook much more and create new recipes and just be in a hustle and produce all the time content and get content out, whether it's videos or podcasts, and which in some respect I have achieved this. I try now, my goal, which I think I've decided about 3 weeks ago, I decided I should really release a podcast episode on every Wednesday. I just made it my priority that on that day it would be out. So even if it means I have to redo my whole podcast, re-edited the whole episode at 9:30 in the evening, and waiting for it to upload on Anchor, and but still it's the goal, so I have to just hold myself accountable for it. But yes, unemployment is definitely not how I pictured it. I definitely feel I'm someone who struggles a lot with organization, time, structuring time, organizing my time, and really like sticking to rules that I would set myself. It's something I struggle a lot with. And there are phases where I'm doing better and some where I'm doing not so good. I know that really what has helped me when I think about it is to have this little notebook where I just write, I just plan everything, and I have these boxes that I have to tick so that I make sure that I achieve every single task of the day that I had planned to do. And you get a sense of achievement, of fulfillment when you go through the boxes and tick them. And on the contrary, when there are some things that you don't, like one task that you don't achieve in 3 days in a row, like you start becoming disappointed in yourself. And I don't know why am I so disorganized generally, why sometimes I tend to really like start really well and hold it for a pretty long time, and then I would just like get out of the path, and you feel like you just have to do it all over from the beginning. And so this is something that I definitely have to work on. I would love to hear from you folks if you have any tips, ideas on how to remain motivated and stick to your goals, and how you just like achieve your daily tasks without failing one single day. Otherwise, what has affected my mood lately? Why am I feeling like this? Well, most of you definitely know probably. So my boyfriend Mark is working, and he's an engineer, and so he's at his job so he leaves the apartment at around 6 a.m. sorry, and he comes back at around 4 p.m. And I definitely am convinced that one reason also I'm totally not motivated and a bit sad and moody is because I'm missing him. And how to explain this is Mark is definitely more than my boyfriend. We have much in common, and I think we just relate to each other. Although we have some differences and things that we don't really agree on, we are more similar than we are different. And when I spend time with him, there's not a single second that I feel bored. Like, we always find something to talk about or to laugh about. And I just love producing content with him and speaking with him and talking about some of our hardships that we have on a daily basis, and talking about our moods. And when you have this person who for you is more than your soulmate or whatever label you want to put on it, and it's not just this person in a box, in a category. It's not just my boyfriend. It's just a soul that I can connect with, and I know that when he's not around, it definitely affects me, and I miss him, and I wish that we could just create our own thing and do something together that both fulfills us and makes us happy on a daily basis. And it's something we're here and there thinking about and trying to find ways to do it. But it's taking some time. And when feeling like this, when feeling a bit depressed, it also allows me to think back to what were my goals some years prior. And I know that my goal has always been to be able to be independent, to work for myself as a freelancer. And now since I am unemployed, I have this opportunity to build it up from scratch and just go out there and do what I have to do in order to fulfill this dream. But somehow there's just always some part of me that is scared, and I don't know why. Just because when I do some research, and when I know, okay, you have to do this and this and that, and then I just become sort of overwhelmed and start stressing, and then I'm like, no, it's too complicated and you can't achieve it, and it's just too much for you, and what if that, and this really vicious circle. Once you start to think that way, you get caught in it, and it's hard to get out of this trap. But I'm definitely looking into working as a freelancer, and I'm having some different tracks and plans that I take note of. Otherwise, what definitely makes me a bit sad, depressed in the winter, and that probably has the same effect on you, is nostalgia. When I'm thinking back to last summer, which is when Mark and I just got into this relationship. We went through so much. We had so many great experiences, and especially outside. And I miss summer, and I miss being adventurous and going out in the wild and being able to go more in nature. And even though it's raining, I know I could be going out in nature and doing much more, but somehow there's just this fence in my head that I feel I cannot go over. And because I just hate rain so much and bad weather. And the worst thing is, and I'm the first one to say that kind of things, but I still think the contrary. Like, I would always say, like, weather shouldn't affect your personality, and it's not the weather it's bad. It's not the weather that's bad. It's your perspective. Like, whether it's sunny or rainy or windy, it's just nature. It's just weather. It's doing its thing. And the only thing that affects you is what you think about it. But still, I'm just every day looking at the window, and every day I feel a bit sadder because I look at the pouring rain, and it somehow really, really affects me. But the message I want to give you through this episode is that if you're going through, if you're experiencing this kind of stuff, you should definitely just, like me, do it in another way, in your own way, but try to just get everything out, whether it's by saying it out loud, whether it's by recording it on video or on your phone dictating, or whether it's by writing it in your journal or an article on Facebook, on your blog, if you want it to be public or not. Just get everything away, just get everything done off your shoulders. And I'm sure, like, you having the capacity to express it out loud or writing it and being honest about it, definitely couldn't do you any harm. And I'm sure it would have quite a beneficial impact. And most of all, try also to talk about it with people. And I sent, I'm not kidding, I sent a message to Mark per WhatsApp this morning, and I told him I feel depressed. And then he was like just trying to comfort me, and if he asked if he could do anything to make me feel better, and I told him I just want to talk about it. So yeah, if you have some people who are really dear to your heart and you feel like you can be honest about anything with them and talk about anything with them, then please just do yourself this favor and don't keep it for yourself, because sometimes it could make it worse, and that's the least thing we want. I just want you and anyone to really thrive and go under the layers of influence and conditioning of people telling us to be quiet and to stay reserved and not expand all your stuff and emotional stuff. It's bullshit. Just be true. Just be faithful and talk. I think that's the best you can do if you really want to help yourself, and if you love yourself and have respect for yourself, then that's your duty to do the best you can to solve those little issues that you might have with yourself. So thanks for anyone listening, for the ones maybe watching. I hope you enjoyed this little cozy corner. If you like it and if you want me to keep recording these episodes here, then let me know about it, and I would love to just interact with you guys. Let me know how you feel this winter, if you also feel a bit depressed, and I would love to talk with you and get in contact. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.